Well, long time no see. Beautiful day here. About 75 degrees, maybe going up to 80. Light breeze, maybe 3 miles an hour from left to right. Gonna be testing out some loads today with a new powder. The powder is called TAC, T-A-C. It's supposed to be an equivalent, or at least a replacement for Varget. Going to be testing out 5 different loads. I've got a target set up with a bullseye on it that you'll see inserted here. And I'll be shooting in round robin so as not to favor one load over another based on the heat of the barrel and so forth. Going to start out with 41.4 grains. This is in a 308, and see how she impacts. Okay, I'll be shooting at the top left-hand bullseye. This has not been zeroed for this ammo or these loads, so gonna see how she impacts. Okay, little left, little low, but we're going for groupings, so we'll see what she does. That first shot was at 2450 feet per second. Now we'll shoot one of the 41.6 grains. We'll be going top right on this one. 41.6. Okay, a little low, but so was the first one. Like I said, this scope has not been zeroed with this ammo, so it's not so much how it is in relationship to the bullseye, but how they group. This is the 41.8 grains, and we'll be going for the center bullseye. That was at 2538 feet per second. So a little bit faster, almost 100 feet per second. Alright, going for the bullseye in the center. Okay, still shooting low left, but that's consistent with the other loads. Don't see any pressure issues at this point. No marks on the brass from the ejector. Primer looks okay. We're working up this load, and got to keep an eye on that. Now we'll go with 42.0 and lower left bullseye. Hopefully it'll stay on the paper based on the way it's shooting. Yeah, it's on the paper, but they are definitely shooting left. I believe the pressure's still good on that. Now we'll go with the strongest load I've got today. These are based on recommendations I got from the powder manufacturer and also looking at various other sites online. But this is 42.2. There are no markings on the brass, so we'll see if there's any once we fire it. Okay, lower right target, or bullseye I should say, lower right. And they're definitely all shooting low and left, but that's just because of the zero, and I can't change it, or I won't be able to see how they group. I'm going to let it cool off for just a second. Be back with you. But we've had trouble at times finding Varget available in the local area, and I don't order enough to justify paying the hazardous materials surcharge, so I try to wait till I find it local, but still the prices are kind of high compared to what they used to be, but at least it is available now. But I still want to work up these loads for Varget, I'm sorry, for the TAC powder to use as a replacement for Varget. I already have the load developed. Shooting 175 Sierra Match Kings for my projectile today, and that's what I like to shoot, what seems to do well in this particular weapon at this time. That last one was 2493, and I didn't write down the fourth one. In fact, I didn't write down two of them. I didn't write down the third one or the fourth one. I wish y'all could remind me. I will try to do better this time. We'll go back to 41.4. Barrel just barely warm. And we'll go back to the top right. Bullseye. Wow. Stacked them pretty good. We'll see if it continues. That was 2466. 2466. Brass looks good. I'm going to look at that number 5 brass from the previous firing. It looks good as well. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's no markings on the end of that brass. Alright, now we'll go to 41.6. This will be top right. And see how she does. Still stacking pretty good. That one's a little bit further. That speed was 25-27. Brass and primer's looking good. Now we'll go to 41.8 grains of TAC. And this will be at the center bullseye on the target. Wow. Looks like it's about the same hole, if I'm seeing it correctly. 2485. That's strange that the speed came down some for that one. We'll see if the trend continues. Brass looks good, primer looks good. And we'll go to 42.0. The barrel's just warm, it's not bad. And we'll go to the lower left bullseye. Well, I would say all in all, this powder's shooting pretty good. Brass is looking okay. saw one little shiny spot on the end of it there. Don't know, there's no real depression, just a little, like it's polished a little bit. We'll take a closer look at this next brass. It's totally clean right now. No markings on it. Hopefully it's in focus. And that last shot was 2506. And let's go to the lower right now. Yeah, don't know if that was me. Felt a little unsteady there. It opened up a little bit. Speed was 2554. And that brass looks okay also. I don't see really any issues with that. Alright, we'll give it just a minute to cool down. It's warm, but it's not hot. As you can see, I can leave my hand on it without any issues, so be back in just a minute. Okay, ready for round number 3. Got clean brass. This is 41.4 grains. We'll be going to the top left again. Looks like a pretty nice little group. Speed on that one was 2386. Brass primer looks good. Okay, go to 41.6 grains. Top right. Bullseye. Yeah, it seems to stack them vertically a little bit, that particular load. It's 41.6. Brass and primer still looking good. Go on to 41.8. And this will be the center. Wow, open that one up. But I think that was me. It didn't feel right. Feels like felt like it moved on me, and I apologize for that. Wish I had another one loaded at that weight, but I don't. And the speed on that, I didn't get speed on the second one. I'll have to fill that in later. I've got them all. That was 2489. I'll have to get those out of the chronometer. I'll put them up on the screen later so you can see all of them. That was 2489. And I believe I was the cause of that one opening up. There's some variables you just can't eliminate. I'm one of them. Haven't found a way for the gun to shoot itself yet. Alright, we'll go with 42 in the lower left. Get situated here. That one opened up considerably too, but it hasn't been extremely tight. I don't know if it's something I'm doing different or doing wrong, but those last two shots definitely skewed the results. I'm going to have to reevaluate my shooting situation here. Alright, this is the last one. Let's see, that one was at 2548. This one's 42.2 grains, and we'll be shooting at the lower right bullseye. Okay. Those last three all opened up, and beginning to wonder. I don't think it necessarily was me. I think that's just that load. The best load is the lowest load of 41.4. So we'll look at this, analyze it, and may have to come back at a different date and use 41.4 as my highest load and work my way down, say to 40.8, and then work my way up to 41.4 and see what we can do there. That last velocity was 25.14. Okay, so let's go down and get the target, and then we'll do a little analysis there before we get back home and do some more on the bench. Well, I got down to my target camera, and somewhere during the process my target camera shut down. Haven't looked at what's on it yet, but it's disappointing. Got a pretty good group in the top left, like we talked about earlier. The bottom two, it doesn't seem to like those loads at all. In fact, all four loads above that 41.4 opened up considerably. So we will have to do another test at 41.4 and lower to see where the sweet spot is. But I think at least we've got a starting point now. Got another set of loads to test that will be a different powder, and that video should follow. I'll put a link to it here on the screen that you can follow to see the next powder. But this is the test for TAC with a 308, and we'll get back on this at a later date with a different set of loads. But it looks like we've got to go 41.4 and lower to find the accuracy node for this powder. Please like and subscribe. We'll be trying to get out more videos here in the near future. Thanks for watching.